on either side, maybe amethyst, and then clear spinels running around the edge of it. But you can always message me and ask for a better description if you do see something that I'm showing in this quick review. Okay. Hey, Teal Chickadee, I hope to see you a little bit later this evening for your show. We're just doing a review of all the quartz that we looked at. And then the last quartz I think that we looked at was the amethyst, and I had several specimens. The specimens are actually for sale for $8 a piece. And so if y'all catch this idea of when you're selling your jewelry, if you're selling something that's amethyst, which this is, okay, that you can, talk about amethyst and show what the natural mineral crystal looks like right in the matrix itself. This was probably a geode. Anyway, these are for sale for $8 a piece. I think this necklace, this bracelet is still for sale. I think I had this for 22. And how many of you remember this necklace? Signed by Delbert Delagrito. It's Native American. That is a beautiful, beautiful amethyst stone. Amethyst beads, sterling silver, everything sterling silver. It's signed by the designer, and this was priced at $200. Beautiful though, absolutely beautiful. Then I had something a little bit cheaper. Amethyst. These are amethyst. This is not sterling, but it's a great base metal. I've had it for a good while, and it has not turned at all. It's in great shape, and it's got these ammonite ammonites. I get it mixed up with the biblical enemy of the Israelites, the Ammonites. Amorites. They're the Amorites, the biblical enemy. Sorry. These are fossil shells, and they're called ammonites. Yeah, excuse me, I'm being silly here. And I had a fossil that came out of Russia that when it was forming, this shell was forming, the ammonite shell was forming. It mixed in with pyrite, and this is my absolute favorite. This thing is just y'all just can't imagine how gorgeous this this mineral is. Very mysterious, but that's an unusual specimen out of Russia. Okay, so that's all of that. All the and then I think we talked about back here in the back. If you can see, this is Azurite on malachite. The green is Azurite. That's the malachite, and a Native American silversmith that I know made this pendant for me out of one of my specimens, signed, all sterling silver. That's not for sale though. That's in my private collection. And then I think I showed y'all this spiny oyster. And I'm doing this review because there may be somebody in here that's not didn't wasn't with us last week. Hey, bedazzled, how are you? So I'm doing this real quick. If you really want the whole schmo on all of these that I'm rapidly going through, go back and watch the replay from last week, part one. But if you've ever wondered what a spiny oyster, where it comes from, you see this in Native American jewelry, usually little tiny pieces of it used in kind of a mosaic fashion. But this is a huge specimen of it, and this is the shell. It is an oyster shell, and it's called spiny because look at that shell. No fish is going to want to gobble that up, are they? But there's the mother of pearl. There's the orange part that we're interested in. But the Native American silversmith that made all this, including the chain, he made the chain. It's all sterling. He gave me a piece of his raw material so that I'd have a specimen. And then there was this piece. Does anybody remember from last week why this is so special? It's called gaspiite, and here it is in a bracelet, again by that same Native American designer, all sterling. Gaspiite is only found, this mineral is only found where an asteroid has struck the Earth. So the elements of this mineral um, is from outer space combined with elements from our Earth. And if you look closely, you can see kind of a silver glint in there. Well, guess what? There was a bit of pyrite close by, or the chemical makeup that formed pyrite as the gaspiite was forming, and that's not unusual, as I'm sure you know, for them to form together on the same matrix, the rock that's there. So my piece of jewelry here has got some of the matrix, that rock, with the crystal in there. I just think that's extremely special to think that the makeup of that came from outer space. Wow, weird. All right, so I think and I think last week I showed you Bloodstone. Bloodstone, this probably came from Russia. It's also found in Sierra Leone and in Brazil. Bloodstone, isn't that the most gorgeous color of teal? And here it is used as a gem in a Georgian Scottish bracelet, and you can see how it has polished up. It was a very popular gem used in the Georgian period. So this bracelet, all sterling silver, beautiful chase work inside and out. It's got a locket as part of the design. I won't open it up, but there's the back of it. That's 14 karat gold uh, in the chase work there. So this is about 300 years old, this bracelet right here. And I wondered what bloodstone looked like, so I got a sample. See there? I got a sample. Um, I'm hoping to turn y'all on into getting the raw minerals to go with some of your special jewelry, because that's where it came from. That's where it came from. And go back to citrine. I have to show again. I love this ring. This ring is Georgian. It's 18 karat, beautiful, classic yellow orange Scottish stone. So the citrine, so this would have been from the Cairngorm Mountains in Scotland also. This ring is just absolutely beautiful. So it's I just like it because I know what the original gem looks like. Look at that rainbow flash in there. This is a kind of an unusual specimen because of that rainbow flash, but it's real hard to find clear citrine, just as it's hard to find clear quartz. Remember, citrine is a quartz, just like this, but there's a little section then in there that's clear, and that's what they make the necklaces from. That's clear rock crystal. That's what it's made from. So that's what makes it precious, because it's hard, what they call gem quality. It's hard to find those clear sections. Usually it's cloudy. All right, let's move on to something new. Oh, wait a minute. There was one last thing from last week. We talked about, uh, and hello, everybody that's coming in. I'm glad y'all are welcoming each other. Thank you. I appreciate it. We talked about garnets. And I do have this garnet necklace from the Victorian period. They absolutely, this is British. It's got British hallmarks on it. They loved their garnets during the Victorian period, and rightly so. Garnets are absolutely gorgeous, and I've got a couple of garnet pieces here. I know I'm jerking y'all around. Please forgive me, but I've got a little poison ring. Do y'all remember that me showing you this last week? The citrine poison ring that I had showed has sold, so it's gone. But this is another one. These were really popular during. Now this is Art Nouveau, uh, and Art Nouveau would have started, but right before the turn of the century, that transition period between Victorian and Art Deco. So you've got Edwardian, Belle Epoque, and the Art Nouveau period, all kind of transitioning together. But the garnet stone, sterling silver, little poison ring, and I've got this for sale too. If anybody's interested, let's see. I think I've got in the size on it. It's let's see, Art Nouveau. It's a size 7, and it's $55. So if you want me to run it now, just say run. Otherwise, look for it and buy it now. And then I had this little toe ring that is just precious. That's sterling silver with a beautiful garnet cab on it. And this little toe ring is 45. But I do have something new. Oh, and do you remember I showed you my Georgian? Y'all, surely you figured out by now. I like uh, that Georgian period that predated the Victorian period, so it would have gone back into the late 1700s up to the until the Victorian period started in 37, somewhere in there. So I love these old rings. This is a cherry garnet. Isn't that pretty? And it's in an old. It's actually, I don't think this is Georgian. I think this is Victorian, this little box, but I love the little box. What is a poison ring? Well, it's just what it was, kind of a fad uh, conversation piece, probably. But it you would put poison in it in case you needed it to make up. I told the joke, you sitting at the dinner table and the guy at the end of the table is you decide he needs to be taken out, so you offer him a little some more water, and as you pour in the water, you've got your ring on, and you flip this up and you dump the poison in his glass. And I said, I've watched too many mystery movies, but yeah, a poison ring. They were just kind of a fad. Anyway, kind of fun. All right, you like garnets? I do too. I've got a slew of them, and I just got these in, so these weren't shown last week. I just got these in. These are not these are vintage. They're not old Georgian. They're post, but they are I just tested them before we started up, and they are on the little thing on the back. The post there is marked 925, but when I tested it for gold content, all of this, it was coming up 10 carat. So I don't know if it's gold plated over sterling, which is what they call that vermeil. Um, but it tested a solid 10 karat gold. It wasn't lifting up at all. And these are absolutely beautiful. And they do test as garnets. And if anybody wants me to test it. It's called a gold wash. Okay. All right. Well, they're in good shape. The gold's in good condition because it really came up a solid 10 carat with my acids. But if anybody wants me to use the Presidium, I've got it turned on and ready. But I just tested them. They are garnets. And I've got these for sale for $45. So if anybody's interested, I won't run it unless you uh, say so. I'm not going to start running stuff until we get into the new material that I didn't cover last week. Thank you. Thank you very much, Debbie. I appreciate it. I do enjoy jewelry, and I do enjoy researching the raw materials. I don't have, which is crazy, a red garnet in my collect. Well, I know I've got some somewhere. I just couldn't find it because I live in North Georgia and garnets are everywhere. Uh, Emeralds, rubies, sapphires. Our North Georgia mountains and up on into North Carolina, our mountains are just full of it. But most of the garnets are what they call industrial grade, and they're harvested for that purpose. They're used for creating abrasive surfaces because they're quite hard. But this is an example of a green garnet. This is an expensive little specimen because green garnets are quite rare. And I last week showed a picture on the internet of a jewel quality specimen that had been faceted into a beautiful stone. And they're extremely expensive, extremely rare. So if you ever get the opportunity to buy a green garnet, look into it. The Adirondack Mountains in North Carolina and New York, excuse me, produce a lot of newer garnets. Well, that's interesting. And you love Georgian jewelry too. Well, I tell you what, it's hard to get anything older than Georgian and it still be in good shape. Or most of it's in museums. But the Georgian jewelry is still out there available to buy. But it's hard to believe you can buy jewelry that is uh, 300 years old. You know, 300 years, and look at that. That bloodstone, 300 years old. Look what good condition it's in. So anyway, so that's what I do with these specimens. Is just I don't know. I've just when I research, I like to see the original. See the original. Okay, before we go into all the new stuff, I don't know if I showed this last week or not. I don't have any jewelry made from this that you can get it. This is called Butterstone, and it comes from one little area in South Africa. And it is actually the oldest rock in existence. What it predates the dinosaurs, y'all, if you can believe that. It is a sedimentary rock, and you can see the layers. It was algae that settled down in wet, boggy areas there in South Africa. And eventually, over time, and with volcanic pressures and all the stuff that happens to form a rock, this is what emerged. And I had to order it uh, online to get it. It's called Butterstone. I am holding a piece of the oldest rock in existence before dinosaurs. How cool is that? If you want a piece of it, go online and research Butterstone from South Africa. Cool, right? Cool beans. Okay, next we're going to talk about um, something new that we didn't cover last week, and that is one of my favorite of all stones, and that is Jasper. And I'm sure you guys are familiar with Jasper. It comes really in different color and color combinations. My preference is the one that is this blood red color, kind of rusty. It looks like blood. But there's also beautiful green jaspers, just a whole lot of different. And I've got actually a few different ones here that I'm going to show you. But this is one of my favorite specimens because it's got that blood red color to it. And I've got one ring that is in my collection, not for sale, but that is made of that same color combination. And it's a Russian ring. It's quite old. It's got Russian hallmarks on the outside of the band right there. It's kind of a weird looking ring. I mean, it sits kind of strange, but it's a little piece of jasper from Russia and quite old. Okay, I'm going to put that back and that back. And let's see. The next type of jasper that I've got here is called mookite. 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 You think your blood is a little rusty? Oh, well, bedazzled. I hope you find a piece of that because it's fun to have. It's a conversation piece. Put it. You're talking about the jasper. You're talking about this. Put a piece of this on your coffee table and say, "What, company? What is that?" And you tell them, "Hold it. You're holding the oldest rock in existence." Kind of cool. Anyway, um, thank you. My collection is evolving. Um, it started getting so big that I finally had to break down and get a cabinet, uh, big old tall cabinet with lights, the whole bit, you know. So it's now that I've got the cabinet, I've got to get it. Everything displayed and everything's been packed up in boxes. So I have got mineral specimens all over the place, and it's a challenge to keep my cat from getting on the table and knocking them all off. But anyway, enough of that. This is a piece of mookaite jasper, and Justine Sanchez, welcome. You're joining us from YouTube. And we welcome you. If you'd be interested, in a minute, I'm going to put some things up for auction. And if you're interested, you'll need to come over to District. So you'll need to come out of YouTube and open up District. And if you have it download, if not, it takes just a second to download it. It's an Apple app, and get signed up real quick, and then come back to our show, and then you can auction. But let me just tell you that there will be a replay of this that you can find and watch on District, and you can find me and all of the items that I put up for auction here today will be in the Buy It Now. So all of you just remember that there's always another opportunity to buy anything, and you can always message me. Uh, well, thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's sweet. Findings by Sandy. Appreciate that. I wish I could remember you guys' first names. When I quit teaching, and I'm babbling here. When I quit teaching, I gave my brain permission. I don't know why, but that I didn't have to remember names anymore. Little did I know that I would need that skill again, and my memory's just for remembering names is just shot. So y'all, when we correspond with one another, don't hesitate, even in the chat, to tell me what your real name is. I'm assuming your name is Sandy. Mine is Felicia, by the way. It's Felicia. And are there transcripts? I don't know. I don't know if the YouTube is set up to uh, have transcripts. Sometimes they do. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Thank you. I'll give that some thought. Okay, what am I holding? This is a piece of mookaite jasper. And here's the jasper that I showed you. They do have the same colors in common, but the mookaite has this wonderful creamy mustard color uh, uh, included. And I do have a pendant of mookaite that has that same color combination, and it's sterling. Yes, it's sterling. And I'm going to put this pendant up. Let me just see if I can find it real quick in the store. And give me just a second to run it down. This is Mookaite Jasper. Mookaite Jasper pendant. There we go. Let's see if anybody's interested in this. And it's sterling, and there's beautiful chase work on the bail. Do you see that? So this is a lovely piece from this specimen. If anyone's interested, do I have a store in Georgia? No, Debbie, I don't. I have an eBay store, but I don't have a store. Never had. I'm a retired professor, and I just love jewelry, and I love mineral specimens, and I've got other collections too. I'm just always learning, and we don't, none of us know it all, and you have to read and study, and in venues like this, learn from each other. But you're welcome to buy here. You're on Facebook. You'll have to come into District, into the app to be able to. Oh, I see. You're headed up north. No, I wish I had a store you could come to, but I don't. But as I was saying, you're on Facebook. You'll need to come into the District app to be able to auction. you can find it later and find my Buy It Now store. Any of these items will be in the Buy It Now. Okay, this is ended. Okay, all right. Well, you can find this in the Buy It Now. All right, I've got another piece of jasper to show you. This is green jasper. This is a little bit less expensive because it's only wrapped in a wire. And I'm curious. I don't remember. Let me just test right quick to see if that wire is sterling, because I don't remember. So give me just a second. Okay, how many of you know you can use 18 karat? And if that 18 karat, like you would test for 18 karat gold, uh, to test for silver, if it turns blue, we've got sterling. And it looks like it ate right through, and it's not. So the wire is not sterling. It must be why I've got it priced like I do, because if it was a sterling wire, how many of you know sterling's a little more expensive? Okay, but it's a lovely example of the green jasper with the brown rusty color running through it. Let me just put this up to auction right quick. Green pendant, move to stage, start auction. Okay, this is running for 30 seconds. And this would make a lovely pendant. You can see the size of it in my hand. Pretty good size. Okay. That's how you use to test silver. Yeah, it's the easiest way, isn't it? There you go. See the link above. Thank you, Rachel. Come over to District. Thank you. Appreciate that. It is so nice having you in the background. Appreciate it. Okay. All right, that's ended. Okay, that'll be in the bite now. Okay. Well, let me take you back to I just saw this sitting here. Let me take you back to the amethyst for just a second. I just got this in. And look at that beautiful purple stone. It's a butterfly. And it is sterling. All of this is sterling. I did test it, and it's definitely sterling. But if that was a big hunk of natural amethyst, that would be quite special, wouldn't it? But let me just show you what my Presidium shows when I test it. Whoop. See there? I mean, it's just barely bumping the needle. So, what we've got here is a lovely piece of glass, purple colored glass, imitating uh, amethyst. And there's a natural amethyst, a little different color, and the amethysts do come in light to dark, different shades. But again, this is where the glass, that's was their intention, was to imitate a real amethyst. But can you tell the difference? You can't. So I think I've got this, yeah, I've got this up for sale. Again, it is running now. It's running. All of this is sterling. So it's a nice piece. It's lightweight. It is vintage. And it's a butterfly. And you can see how big it is. So is there any interest in this sweet little butterfly with the faux amethyst? And what I like to do, y'all, is if I've got real amethyst pieces or beads or whatever, some of you have the amethyst chips, little chips of the stones in a necklace. I like to layer all that together because it's not that trying to be deceitful or anything, but that was the whole purpose of costume jewelry, was to make it affordable for those who couldn't afford the real gems. And I mean, that's where all of our the rhinestones, our clear rhinestones, they're the diamante was supposed to look like diamonds. So I always like to have a selection of good paste, and it's set in sterling, which says a lot. Okay, so anyway, that'll be in the bite now. Okay, back to our uh, specimens here. The next one is agate. It's called agate carnelian, and perhaps you've only just heard of agate and only heard of just carnelian. And the point is, and the reason why I'm showing this sample is I could not find my agate with all the banding. Y'all, I'm sure everybody knows what an agate looks like. It's comes in different colors, but it's marked by banding, so that's what makes it an agate. But carnelian is the same mineral. This one has got a little bit of banding in it right there. You can see a little bit of the banding running deep inside of it. But how many of you know what agate carnelian looks like? Here's an example of one. That's a polished piece of this. This is from, let's see, this is an old Art Deco spider. So this is almost 100 years old, and it's not for sale. It's 10 carat, and what have I got on it? $75. But I'm not offering that up for sale today. That's in my private collection. But I do have a beautiful little pendant of a carnelian cabochon set in sterling. There's the mark. So let's see if anybody might be interested in this little agate carnelian pendant. Isn't that sweet? That's a polished piece of this. Isn't that amazing? You're from Chile, and here it's very difficult to get authentic gems. Almost all of them are glass. Really? There's so many minerals that come out of South America, especially Brazil, but that's amazing. Wow. Okay. Nobody interested in this little pendant? Hey, Mel, you've got just a few more minutes, Mel, don't you? Okay. All right, that has ended. I do have one other item that is agate. This is actually agate. Let's put the Presidium on this for just a second. Yep, see that jumping up into the amethyst citrine, this lower piece. This is a type of quartz, agate is. This is a lovely little piece of this in a sterling setting with a sterling chain. It looks like it is 16 inches. Let's see if anybody's interested in this little pendant. A little small. Wait a minute. Hang on. Yeah, I guess this is it. Got a good price on it. $12. Yeah, y'all jumping on that. I don't blame you. That's a really pretty specimen of carnelian agate. Wonderful. I'm so glad somebody's interested in this piece. Sweet little pendant with a chain. Okay. I'll catch the rest of the store later. Thank you, Mel. Have fun with your grandkids, and appreciate you coming in. See you next time. Okay. See you next week. We're gonna start our series on aesthetics next Saturday. So I hope you'll join us for that. See you later. Great. Wonderful. Sandy, you won it. Yay. It's coming to you. That's number 28. Let me stick that in the bag right quick. Thank you, Sandy. You're gonna enjoy that. Now you need to get you a specimen of carnelian. In fact, if you want to message me, I've got several of these, and I'd be happy to sell you one for about $5 if you're interested. Just message me, and we'll do. I'll put it in the buy it now, and I'll reserve it for you if you're interested in having a specimen. And that goes for any of you. But I just happen to have some extra ones of these. I just thought about that. Okay. All right. Oh, before we get off of that stone, here's a Scottish brooch, kilt brooch, all sterling. They could wear this one's fixed so you could wear it as a pendant too. But look at that old pin structure. See the hinge, barrel hinge, and this is one of the earlier safety clasp. But this is from. Let's see if I got it marked. This is from the Edwardian period. It's Scottish. So this is Scottish agate. There are a lot of agates up in Scotland. And some of these other stones are Jasper. But look at the beautiful tool chase work on that sterling. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, guess what? In this lovely piece that it's priced at $345. It's not for sale, but that's the value that's on it. These are paste. And they're made to look like what? What are they made to look like? Garnets. So you can see that paste stones were mixed in with what's considered fine jewelry. Um, so, so there's that. All right. Let's see. Moss agate. Oh, I've been waiting to talk about moss agate. Moss agate is another agate, okay, but it's called moss agate because deep down inside the structure is all this junk. It's that's what we call it, junk, and it looks like moss, doesn't it? It's just the strangest crystal formation. And by the way, when you see a little cavern or pocket like this with all these itsy bitsy little crystals, that's called druzy, and it's quartz. Okay, but moss agate is one of my favorite, and I must have 6 of these and towers in there. Some of them are huge. They're at the top of my cabinet under lights, and they are spectacular. Well, how many of you've got jewelry that is made with moss agate? Um, I do. I just simply adore it. And I've got a couple of rings here. Let me see if I can get you down off the chat so that you can see it. One more member in Littlewood's Jewels and Lots, and we have, wow, 900 members. Wow, cool, Rachel. That is awesome. One more member in Littlewood's Jewels and Lots, and have 900 members. Well, we need to work on this, girls. We need to get some more folks to join up. Oh, I'm so proud, Rachel. That is awesome. Okay, I've got 2 rings here. This one is a size 8, and I call it my kite. Looks like a kite, but it's made of moss agate. All right, size 8. My fingers are swollen right now. I normally wear 7 on that ring finger, but it's in sterling, set in sterling, and this ring. I'm going to show you both of them. They're both priced at the same thing. This one is a 9, size 9, and it's a different cut, but look at that, moss agate. I just love that stone. I just love it. Okay, I tell you what, They're both the same price. I'm going to stick them up here, and if anybody is interested, I'll let you tell me which one you want, either the 8 or the 9. Okay, they're both $28, but this one's an 8. Sorry, it's going out of focus. And this one's a 9. Okay. Yay, Rachel. Yay. Aren't they pretty? They got great prong sets. Very sturdy. There's the marking on the inside, 925. Okay. This is an 8, and this is a 9. Of course, they could be resized. Okay, Sandy has won the auction. Uh, and Sandy, tell me which size you want, the 8 or the 9? The 8? Okay, this one, right? This one right here, the kite. That it? Okay. All right. This one is going to be number 29. Put that in a bag. And tell you what, I'm going to run the other one just in case if you lost the bid, but you were actually wanting this one. There it is, and it's running. That one's a size 9. Okay. Teal chickadee jumping on that. Y'all like my little Jasper ring? That's a real orange Jasper color in it. Okay. Chickadees won this one. All right. This is a size 9 coming to you. This is number 30. I'm going to, because there's resellers in here, uh, and I'm going to tell you something you don't know, but maybe some of you don't or hadn't thought about it. But notice how I'm writing the number down on the description. It's number 30. Now, my description does say agate moss ring, but sometimes, how many of us will have generic? Well, thank you, Rachel. Thank you. How many of you have generic listings like random jewelry or jewelry pool or so $5 starts? Okay, and maybe the only thing that is different between the listings is the number. If you're smart, you'll have a number, but you're also smart for your buyer's sake to when I send this, okay, to who won this, whoever won this chickadee, teal chickadee. When I send this to you, it'll be with that number, so that when you're looking at your invoice or my packing slip from district, you can connect this what you paid for this and this ring. I put everything that I buy uh, into inventory, and I like to say, well, okay, I paid $28 for this ring, so that I'll know when I go to resell it, or just keeping a list of values just for insurance sake. I can connect this purchase with this number on the invoice, because sometimes I have gotten purchases and it'll be just the ring, and their listing is generic. It'll say random jewelry, and I can't, and maybe I bought 15 pieces from somebody, and I can't tell what I paid for this particular item. I don't remember. I'm just passing that on from the standpoint of a viewpoint of a buyer, that I like to see something that identifies my purchase with my invoice. Okay, enough of that. I just gave you a little lecture, didn't I? But I don't know if anybody else has experienced that or not in your buying and selling experience. But it's just real easy just to put that little number in there and include it with the item. Okay, thank you. Okay, I have something else with moss agate. Oh, these are so cool. These are beautiful little sterling drop earrings, and I've got these for $28 too. I'm on a roll for $28. Moss agate, sterling, fish hooks. So, without further ado, let's see if I can find these and get them up and running. Okay, 30 seconds on the clock. Anybody want earrings? With moss agate. Nice specimen there. Look at it's got some clear with the garden. I call it the garden junk. It looks like moss. That one's got good clear on it too. These are really good specimens. Okay. Oh goodness. Okay. No interest. I get to keep these. Okay. That's fine with me. Anybody remember this citrine ring that I showed? It's a size 8. This is a honker of a ring. But those are garnets. And that is a citrine. Those are garnets. How many of you like to wear big rings like that? Big statement rings? I do if I'm in a certain mood. I take all these others off, but and would just wear that one. But I've got this one listed for $80 if anybody's interested in that. And then this thing. This is a beautiful citrine. Lovely setting. And it's a size 6. It's also $80. I think that's, if anybody's interested, I'll check the gold content on it, but it's a good ring. I've worn this one a bunch. Okay, moving on. Let's get distracted by my stuff. Oh, anybody new this week that wasn't here last week? Remember this? This is a citrine lemon. Some people call this lemon quartz because citrine is a quartz, and that it is appropriate. But it is a type of citrine. It's just a little more green in there rather than the orange. And that's that checkerboard faceting. I just think it's gorgeous. It's in a silver sterling setting. And I've got this for, I don't know how much I got this for. If anybody's interested, I'll look it up. If nobody says they're interested, I won't. It'll be in the Buy It Now. You can find it there. Okay, let's move on to something really interested. Need to move stuff out of the way to make room for it. Anybody still? Here we go. Yeah, hold your breath that I don't drop this. This is a full bust of this. I bet everybody knows what this is. It's tiger's eye. And there is a polished example of tiger's eye. I just think this stuff is gorgeous. I mean, there's just something so silky about it. Well, let me show you this. This is a raw sample of tiger's eye, unpolished, right out of the ground. And look, when I said it looks silky, look at the raw sample, unpolished. Y'all, it feels like butter. Absolutely feels like butter. Is that, I mean, how does something like that form in nature? It's kind of like this pyrite. How does stuff like that form? It's chemical composition. It just blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. All right, tiger's eye. There's the raw sample. There's the polished tower. And here is a whole collection of tiger eye that I'm going to tell you that all of this jewelry was made by my sister back in the 90s. So it is vintage. She did quite well with it. She traveled the craft shows and was very active in making her jewelry. And then she got ill, and she's never really recovered. And she lives out on the West Coast. And she was saying when I started selling jewelry online, she said, "Oh, I wish I had, could do it. I just can't get to the computer." So we ended. She said, "Well, I'm just going to send you." All my stuff that's packed up in boxes and see what you can do. So I was thrilled to get it because y'all, it's hard to find just tiger's eye like this. Normally it's, mixed in, maybe beads mixed in with other stuff. But she has got, um, sorry, um, this is an arrow. Let's see, let me take one of these off and just show you they're extremely reasonably priced. They're on both silver and gold tone findings, and it's not sterling. It's not gold plated, but they are to have been made in the 90s. Of course, they've been packed up and kept safe in plastic bags, but they're in really good condition. My sister's meticulous. In the work that she does. And I just think her combinations, look at all those little tiny tiger eye beads. I just think she had a real sense of design. And I just think these are lovely. Now, this is a cross. All right. There is this choker. Okay, that is gold tone. And by the way, anything I'm showing you, if I show it to you in gold tone, it's also available in silver. So all these gold findings beads is also in silver. There's one with an arrow, and there's this one's cute, little tiny um, turtle. The little you're seeing that this looks Native American. She had a real thing for Native American. I mean, we're not Native American or anything, but so it's in the style of Native American work. But she just had a personal interest in it, and I just think that is adorable. And this one that's underneath is we call it a fan shape, and all of this is tiger's eye. So we've got an arrow, a fan, a turtle. We've got a cross, and we've got this choker. And what I'm going to do is, and this we're going to deal with separately. This is more expensive, this 3-strand big piece. But first, what I would like to do is to put up for auction a buyer's choice between one, two, three, four, five different ones. And I think, let's see. Tiger's Choice for $7. And we'll do a couple of these until no one else is interested. So this is running down from 30 seconds. Buyer's Choice. And I can, if it's shown in silver and you want gold, I can find gold for you. And I've got plenty of this. So if the cross sells and oh, I wanted a cross, then just communicate that to me, and I will put find one for you. All right. Sandy. All right. Sandy's won it. Okay, which one would you like to have? Oh, and I didn't tell you, you get to choose a pair of earrings to go with it. So first tell me which necklace you want, Sandy. Choker, fan, cross, arrow, turtle. Tell me which one you want, and then I'll let you choose a pair of earrings to go with it. The fan. That's a good choice. And it's on the bottom. Okay, be looking at those earrings up there and decide. All right, this is what you want, right? The fan. Okay, let's number these. I think these are those frogs? What? They look like frogs. Frogs. All right, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all post. These are studs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Sandy, which one, pair of earrings would you like? If you don't want the earrings, just say so. The pair number 5, these right here. Okay, good choice. Actually, let me show you that with the with the necklace. That's a good choice with this necklace. See where she used that same barrel in the design? Good choice. All right, that's number 32 coming to you. And while I'm packing that up, we're going to run it again. Anybody else, now that you know that there's, you get to choose a pair of earrings too. Uh, Anybody else interested? All right, that was number 32. All right, Bedazzled is winning. Okay, Aaron, you're telling me to run. Okay, it is running. If you want me to run something else, let me know. It's number 32. Okay, Bedazzled, you have one. And Aaron, I'm going to run it again, so just hang on. And I'm, I'm so sorry. Bedazzled, yeah, I hope you were doing it by memory. Okay, there's the cross. Here's the arrow, and here's the turtle. Do you know which one you want? Then you can choose the earrings. We'll be twins, Justine. I like the choker. Okay. And it was on the bottom again. Okay. All right. And remember, this is gold, but I have it in silver too. So tell me which earrings and the ball earrings. The ball earrings being these little studs or these? One or two? One or two? The studs. Okay. Very good. Now, uh, whoops. They don't have a little backing on it, but I can put those little rubber things on them. If you like, I'll include that in with it. And if I forget, I give you permission, Bedazzle, to message me and give me upside and down the barn and back, okay? You forgot to put my little rubber things in there. Okay, that was number 33. Okay, let's real quickly run it again. And remember, anything that's already sold, I have it. I have duplicates. So if you really wanted the fan and didn't get it, I've got more. Okay. Yay, Aaron. You got a bid in. Okay. Awesome. Okay. This is the era, the cross, and the turtle. Okay, it's running down. And it's ended. Okay, Aaron, which one would you like to have? The turtle. Good choice. I think the turtle is absolutely precious. Okay, and which pair of earrings? These are, yeah, these are frogs. Let me pull one up closer so you can see it. You want to hang a couple of frogs from your ear? That's that's different. The top right. So these right here, yes, that's a good choice because that's the very same um, piece she used there. So that will go nicely. Good choice. All right, let's let's run it one more time. And again, remember, of everything that's already been chosen, I have got duplicates. And in fact, uh, let me just tell you that if you message me and you're interested in having a little small lot of these items, uh, I can work a deal with you for a little, for a lot, you know, like more than one. Uh, Earrings, I've got earring, I've got all of this in multiples, and I would love to move it so I could do a deal with you in lot. Okay, has this last one run? Did the last one run? Somebody tell me, did it run this last time? Yeah, it must have, because it's not telling me that Aaron won. So, okay, so we have gone through all of those. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's do the Tiger's Eye large stranded, multi-stranded. And again, I can pull out, I've got more earrings. Let me take this off the back. Well, I've got it all roped up here. Sorry. Now it's running and I'm trying to show it to you. I'll have to run it again. Lord help. All right, there's not a clasp. Okay, sorry. There's not a clasp. But y'all, this is a lot of Tiger's Eye. What did I price it at? 16? Okay. And Sandy, you have won that. Okay, awesome. All right, is there either one of these, or did you want the same ones you had before, or the round studs would look good with that? Do I need to pull them out and show them the studs? Yeah, let me get a pair of the studs and show you. Tiger's Eye, Tiger's Eye. Oh, sorry. I was having to strain to reach them. Okay, you're talking about these, right? Studs. I understood you. Oh, Lord help. Okay, great. They don't have backs. If I don't include the little plastics, let me hear from you. All right, that was number 40. And I sure hope some of you might contact me and let me put some lots in the bite now, or the next time we get together live. Remind me, and that you're interested in a lot, because I don't want to take up everybody's time if you're not. Okay, any more interest? Yes or no? Say yes if there's any more interest in what's left, and I'll. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to the next set. Okay. All right. Give me just a second. Hang on. I hadn't left. I'm just over here messing around. Uh, Hang on. Give me a second. Okay. Um, I'm gonna have to build this. I actually had it all loaded on here and then dumped it because I needed the bust for something else. So that same fan design, she also did in hematite. How many are familiar with hematite? I don't have a specimen of it, but it sure, and it's not the same as the pyrite. And I was curious. The magnet doesn't stick to the pyrite, but boy, it does the hematite. Look at that. So whatever's in that chemical makeup is magnetic. But she has she has done a beautiful job. Again, well, I have it in silver also. Look at those little tiny hematite beads. I just think it's exquisite. All right, there's the fan, and I have multiple fans. And here is the same little turtle in a necklace. And I know you're seeing, having to look at that over the chat. Sorry. There's the turtle. And then I have the era. It's a little smaller era than the tiger's eye. Okay. So let's just start with those three. And hang on just a second because there's earrings to go with that. Can't believe I didn't get these back on here. These are really sweet. These little heart-shaped. There we go. Heart-shaped with the hematite beads dangling off. And let's see what else she had. Oh, yeah. Look at these. Look at these. This is that bead that is in the necklace there. So there's that one. And so let's just see who might be interested in hematite. Hematite that's quite an unusual stone. And again, I'm going to do a choice of $7. And I've got plenty of each of these. And these also come in silver. Here's one right here that's silver. So you'd have your choice. Any interested in the hematite? You're going to start wearing jewelry? Good. There's that fan, but in the silver tone. And the turtle one is a bigger turtle that's in silver. It's a bigger one. And there's the arrow. Okay. Did that end? Okay. Let me run that one more time because I was just all discombobulated while I was doing that. Just to make sure that nobody's not interested in the hematite. I think the turtle is just adorable. That sweet little thing. Or if you like the silver, it's a little bigger turtle. Silver findings. Okay. All right. Y'all like the tiger's eye? Well, I'll put some of this in the bite now in case anybody changes their minds on any of that. Okay. Well, I only have one last thing to show you, and it won't take but two shakes to do it. Set that down. We've been looking at all these real stones and specimens, but I want to go back to the concept of that with costume jewelry, the imitation pieces can be just as spectacular. Uh, Now, this is acrylic. I hope it's going to stand up. Long acrylic necklace, and I would say this is probably 28 to 30 inches. And there's a little pair of post earrings. And all of this is acrylic, but doesn't that look like quartz and agate and the other stones that I haven't shown? Um, but like that would be amethyst. Okay, you can stay up there. And this one has got silver findings. So let's just run this imitation, what I'm calling imitation stones. It is acrylic, so it's lightweight. I mean, if you know if this was natural stone, it would be heavy, 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 heavy. So this is lightweight, but it is really pretty. And it's got these little post earrings to go with it. And it's priced at $15, counting down. Any interest in this? This is what I'm ending with. Uh, we have looked at all sorts of, see that piece right there? Looks like that moss agate. I'm just amazed at what they can do to imitate the real thing. All right, that has ended. Well, that has ended, and our time together. Can you see me? Let me turn that off. Our time together has ended, and I want to tell you how much I appreciate you coming and listening to me yak away and look at all of these items. And those of you that bought things, thank you so very much. Next Saturday, we're going to start the first of a series of, I think I'm calling it aesthetic. I can't remember what I'm calling it, but it's posted and it's next Saturday, 2 o'clock, same place, same station. And we're going to start learning uh, a language to use to describe our jewelry, used based on art elements and principles of design. So we'll talk about in the first week, we'll talk about line and shape and color. Those are some art elements, but it will give you as both a seller and as a buyer, and just appreciating jewelry, a vocabulary to be able to describe your jewelry more fully, be more descriptive, and I think turn your audience, your buyers, onto the piece that you're showing. So come learn together, and all my samples, my examples, I'm going to be putting up for auction. So there'll be plenty to buy if you want to. So I hope you'll enjoy it. See you next Saturday at 2 o'clock, and y'all have a wonderful weekend. God bless. Bye.